What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the International YouTube Hunger Games Champion Last Chance Qualifying number 3, ladies and gentlemen. These last players have scored multiple points, and a bunch of them scored only one single point, but barely got to the Last Chance Qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. And today in District 1, we have Carissa Shields, heavyweight champion, against Gabrielle Volto from South America. Coming by District 2 is SSS Sniper Wolf and Johnny Fit. With District 3, Alexander Usyk, also another undisputed heavyweight champion, with Audrey Bradford. District 4 will be Kayla Fox, an internet sensation on YouTube Shorts, and Natalie Decker, somewhat of a star from NASCAR, but not much of a great competitive athlete, unless if you're into short tracks. District 5, Ace Videos, Fisher, but is he a competitive fisherman? Well, he is no chef after all, followed by Tyrone Magnus as a reactor. What does he react to? Well, anything you say. Maybe except YTPs. District 6 will be Pokimane and Diora Ooze, followed by District 7 of Minecraft Survivor Games 5 winner of the YouTube of Captain Sparkles and Bryce Adams. Victoria Laka and Jake Paul will be in District 8, nothing much to say about that, while Duca German and Crazy Russian Hacker are in District 9. Followed by District 10 will be Fresh Cut Swim, a little bit of another YouTube reactor. Followed by Zhang, a little bit of an internet sensation himself into the modern world. While in District 11 is Mila Chat and Jack Setakai, top YouTuber of Ireland. And District 12 is Nicole Spank and Beatriz Comz. With that being said, let's begin as the podium stand with the tributes. The horn sounds with Bryce Adams, Alexander Usyk, and Pokey running away from the cornucopia. And with Zhang running away with a iron rope, Johnny runs away from the cornucopia. Jordan also runs away with Tyrone as well. Ooh, and look at here, guys. And two fishermen battle each other for a bag, and Ace got the better of Nicole. Man, that's not enough to give him a secure win, but to become the greatest fisherman, it had to be Ace Videos. Beatriz Comz runs into the cornucopia, runs away. Jacksepticeye runs away. Fresh scares Diora away. Juga German runs away, followed by SS Sniper Wolf, retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Jake Paul runs away from the cornucopia, followed by Mila, finding a bow and arrow and a quiver. Crazy Russian Hacker runs away, with Kayla finding a bag full of explosives. Keep that in mind with her. Gabrielle runs away from the cornucopia, with Audrey grabbing a backpack, but not realizing it is empty. Carissa, Natalie runs away, and Victoria stays at the cornucopia. We come to day 1. Jake and Zhang hunt for other tributes, with Gabrielle collecting fruit from a tree. Fresh Cut Swim diverts Victoria's attention, runs away, with SS Sniper Par begs for Carissa to kill, only to keep her alive. Pokey retrieves a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Bryce chases Juga German. Johnny spears fish with a trident, and Tyrone ambushes Audrey, finishing her off. With only 14 females and 10 males, now there's 12 of them. That still doesn't mean that they're in for a surprise. Usyk scares Jacksepticeye away. Beatrice retrieves a hatchet. Diora picks flowers while Captain Sparkle chases Mila. Kayla injures herself. Natalie and Ace work together for the day. Crazy Russian Hacker receives medical supplies. And a tsunami hits the arena before the first day. Are you kidding me? Which will cause a bunch of tributes to not get no points in competition. Considering Carissa Shields is still alive, Diora and Waka are. Johnny defeats Jack, but throws him into the water. That's great. Well, not great, because I really wanted Jack to make it. Tyrone survives. You survive. Crazy defeats Kayla, and, well, she goes in the water. Okay, 2 points for Ace. That's still not enough for him to score more points. He needs more. Zhang fatally injures himself on debris. Beatriz survives. You survive. Gabrielle survives, and they both... looks like Violet Sniper Wolf with that Violet Par actually worked. She got herself invisible and actually held Fresh Cut Swim underwater because she was invisible and not realized that Fresh Cut Slim didn't even realize that someone was behind him. And that also means that she has 4 points because she got a point, which means her and Carissa Shields are now in a little bit of a battle because now Carissa Shields is in trouble. She has to score something. Juga German survives, Natalie survives, Pokey survives, and Jake gets swept away. Thank goodness. Usyk survives, and Mila is swept away, followed by Bryce. 9 tributes are gone with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 females are gone, but sadly 4 boys are gone, meaning there's 6 of them left, and only 9 more ladies. That's only 15 competitors left because there's more than 4 extra ladies in competition here. So that arena really got a cause of problems for the boys there. Natalie tends to Juga German's wounds, which we don't know if he got hurt during the tsunami. Carissa quietly hums while Jordan, Pokey, Crazy Russian, and Tyrone tell each other ghost stories. Okay, Sniper Wolf lets Usyk into her shelter, which good luck. She might learn how to be invisible. That doesn't mean Usyk can still track someone down. Diora receives Queen Wire from an unknown sponsor. Gabrielle attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful, and Ace screams for help. After 2 points, what does he have to scream for? It's almost in a 3-day challenge again, and he's managed to survive. Victoria defeats Johnny's supplies, or destroys her supplies, not defeat it. Beatrice receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Okay, so Tyrone searches for water. Victoria does get water, and Sparkle gets an explosive. But Ace begs for Johnny to end it, which meant Johnny would get 1 point, meaning she would get 4 points total, tied for Sniper Wolf and Carissa Shields, but she decides not to, keeping Ace alive, considering he has 2 points. So for reasons why, I don't know. Maybe it's for the fish, the food, who knows? Survival team. It all depends. Beatrice, C, and Pokimane split up for resources. I gotta look at how many points these people have. Dior and Gabrielle hunt for their tributes. You make a wooden spear, and for some reason, Sniper Wolf defeats Juga, but he just spares his life. Considering she would have gotten 2 points and would have got 1 point up for Carissa, so why did she not? I don't know. Usyk stalks Crazy Russian Hacker. That's an interesting. Interesting. Natalie makes a wooden spear. And considering that, do they have points? Yeah, so 1 point. Oh, Johnny does have 1 point, which means they're tied for 4 points. You have 0. She has 3 points. They have 3. So interesting enough, with 2 points on him, that means I think he did have 2 points total, which means he's tied for 4 points total. So watch out for Ace. He might steal the last place position here. These players right here are dying early on, and I think they're fighting for their life, considering how some passed away in the arena event, which no one expected. And because Beatrice and these players, I don't think they have what it takes to get 3 or 4 more points. They have to go for a win. These players have to go for the win, mostly. So this is a real depending of a problem here, and it's already now in night 2. And Ace destroys Captain Sparkle's supplies as he's asleep. And Pokey will injure Juga German. He thought he was going to get lucky another time, just like after losing against Sniper Wolf, but second time is not a charm for him. Diora stays awake all night, and technically, with only 15 players of competition left, but they make that 14. Nothing much to say about that. Crazy Russian Hacker, Sniper Wolf, and Beatrice discussed again what might happen in the morning. Natalie screams for help while Carissa fends Victoria, Usyk, and Gabrielle away from the fire. You gotta watch out for them. Tyrone tries to treat his infection while Johnny starts a fire. Day 3. And instead of fishing, Ace is practicing his archery. Beatrice discovers a cave. Jordan, Natalie, Usyk, and Gabrielle hunt for other tributes. Carissa receives clean water while Russian Hacker receives probably an MRE. And Diora tends to Johnny's wounds, which is maybe she shouldn't. She should try to get rid of her to have one less competitor in competition. Tyrone camouflages himself in the bushes while Pokey gets clean water. Sniper Wolf tries to search for firewood, and Victoria tries to sweep through the entire day with one more cannon shot. Yeah, wait a minute. Where's 5, 10, 12, 13? Yeah, there is 14 players. Okay, so it sounds like the arena event has caused a lot of people to go overboard because, Ace did survive 3 days, but he couldn't survive the third night because of hunger. I guess his stomach got the better of him. Even Diora accidentally detonating a landmine wasn't good enough, so that means we have 12 tributes left in competition. Yeah, these are showing signs of fatigue. Tyrone Magnus receives fresh food. Beatrice gets clean water. Johnny tends to her wounds. Crazy Russian Hacker is awakened by nightmares, while Captain Sparkles gets a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Violet Par / Sniper Wolf begs for Victoria to kind of end it, which I don't know why, because that would make her be a little bit effective because Johnny has a point as well, and Carissa doesn't have any points scored in this round, so this would make her eliminated forever and give Johnny a chance to make it. So I don't know why Sniper Wolf wants to end it all. I don't know why, but Victoria decides to keep her alive. Usyk quietly hums while Pokey receives an explosive. Gabrielle catches Carissa Shields off guard. That might have cost Carissa Shields the victory and the lead for that. And Gabrielle, well, she has out a 1 point as well. So this is going to be really interesting. How did this woman took care of the heavyweight boxing champion Carissa Shields? We don't know. And Natalie Decker thinks about winning. She has to think of something else. And a day later, as Jordan's picking flowers, after what Sniper Wolf told Victoria what to do last night, Victoria decides to run away from her. Great. Russian Hacker stalks Johnny while Tyrone sees smoke rising from the distance. Gabrielle also picks flowers for an accomplishment to take out the leader of the points. Beatrice clumsy diverts Natalie's attention. And while Usyk receives fresh food, Pokey gets a hatchet. We don't know if hunger is going to be a factor, guys, but with only 11 tributes left of competition, yeah, you got a point. Yeah, you got a point. As for Pokey, she needs more than 1 point, just like Tyrone. Mostly for Usyk, they need a lot of luck to know what they're doing. Wow. And Gabrielle has taken the lead after Pokey begged for her to end her life. And she reluctantly obliges to finish Pokimane off, giving Gabrielle the lead. Can't say I didn't warn you. While Beatrice and Victoria huddle for warmth, Sniper Wolf looks at the night sky. Natalie, Crazy Russian Hacker, and Captain Sparkles sleeps in a shift. Usyk is unable to start a fire without warmth. Johnny and Tyrone hold hands. What else can you say? And Gabrielle is in the lead for the points there, but she does need to get more if she wants to make it, because second place is not... You can't finish second place with the points, but yet again, you can make it closer because Victoria searches for a water source. Sniper Wolf tries to sleep through the entire day while Beatrice questions her insanity. Natalie makes a wooden spear, and wow, Captain Sparkles throws a knife into Johnny, ending her chances of making it to the final. She's now eliminated. Considering with only 1 point, you can't say you weren't warned. And warn I not, Gabrielle also takes care of former undisputed heavyweight champion Usyk with a sword. Crazy Russian Hacker makes a wooden spear while Tyrone dies from thirst. Wait a minute, did he actually had something to eat or food or drink someone gave to him? Because there's a lot of unknown sponsors out there giving them a lot of stuff. And yeah, I'm surprised. Gabrielle has 3 points right now, but I'm now questioning because with Russian Hacker and Captain Sparkles being the only 2 men left, they have to battle a win here depending on how they had less males in competition here. But yet again, I don't want to say that it's over yet. With Sniper Wolf, Natalie, and Victoria and Beatriz, they're also on points to not take the lead. So this is a total of like 6 points totaled for competition here. So technically, all I could say is one person has to do something crazy to get the victory. Because at this moment, Gabrielle has already made to the finals with the most points, depending if someone wants to catch up to her. Crazy Russian Hacker decides to take out the second last of his own kind, Captain Sparkles, with Captain Sparkles' own Minecraft sword. I wonder if it's a diamond sword made out of Bane of Arthropods. I don't know, but he uses his own weapon, but who knows? Russian Hacker takes care of him, meaning he is the only male alive. Natalie, Sniper Wolf talk about the tribute still alive. Beatriz receives a hatchet. You think about home, and Gabrielle goes asleep, feeling good about herself. And feeling good about herself, the cornucopia is replenished with food, supply, weapons, and memories to the tribute's family. And Gabrielle takes out the last living survivor, Crazy Russian Hacker. Overpowers him. Gabrielle is on fire today. Gabrielle has been in every single round, barely scoring points, barely getting one after another. And after failing in her first 2 rounds of events, I'm surprised that she manages to stay alive into there just to make it to the last chance qualifier of number 3. Last chance qualifier number 3. Only to get the offense in. Natalie and Beatrice decide not to go, and Sniper Wolf strangles Victoria after engaging in a fist fight. With only a couple points, she has it. That ties her up gives her the second most points, but not enough against Gabrielle. So technically, all I can say is, if Gabrielle does win the competition, the points she's totaled in all the rounds doesn't count, meaning that she already made it to the finals. If she actually wins the competition and any of these 2 actually, either way, if they do win the competition, they don't even have enough points, while Sniper Wolf. Because I'm saying, if Gabrielle actually wins this round, and if any of these 2 win, because they don't have a lot of points, or none of them they even scored points, while Sniper Wolf only scored a few, and she already has the second most points scored. So with her the win, those points will be eliminated because she already won the round, which means the player that did not finish second or finish any of the division or even won is going to be the last pick for the win. So, and wow, Natalie Decker finishes off Gabrielle with a hatchet, which is something Sniper Wolf did not want that to happen. She wanted to keep her alive while she's hunting for other tributes. Beatriz picks flowers. So Gabrielle has the most points scored. She'll be in the number 24 spot for the final round, which means it leads to these 3 players. These 3 players to win. Natalie, Beatriz in the last district barely made it to the final round of this last chance, and Sniper Wolf is on a turn point. She can't, even for only some point, even she can, with the total amount of points she has, that doesn't mean she still has a chance, because with 4 points totaled, with the 3 point plus the 3 points, that's 7 points totaled. She has 3 points. Like, that means she would have to try to tie things up here. But yet again, she has to win the competition, because she also has 3 points coming into this competition, with 2 points, which means that she gets these 2 last points. That means she'll get 4, but it doesn't matter because she got the win. Because even if she takes out one more other person for 3, and this person finishes her off and she wins, and she's eliminated because she has 6. So that means Gabrielle has the finals, meaning it's up to these two to come for the win to know who will win, or are they going to hurt each other. Sniper Wolf has to win. Sniper Wolf has to make the win here. There's no point. She has to. 6 days of competition. Let's go to night 6, ladies and gentlemen. Natalie and Nessa, Sniper Wolf huddle for warmth. Wonder what the strategy point there is going to be. Beatrice tends to her wounds, and Sniper Wolf makes a wooden spear. Natalie's going hunting. Beatrice discovers a cave, but yet again, we don't know what's going on. It's now day 7. We need an arena event or something to come out here. Maybe another arena event. We're coming to night 7. Beatrice climbs up to a tree to rest. Sniper Wolf lets Natalie back to her shelter or something, considering now they've stayed together for a full 2 nights. So, I don't know. One of them has to play each other off. Like, you gotta wonder what the pressure is gonna be here. Wow. Not only... Okay, Natalie Decker decapitates Beatrice with a sword, while Sniper Wolf not only making a wooden spear, but a slingshot. Okay, we are coming after 8 days of competition, ladies and gentlemen. Natalie Decker has to take the win here. She now has the victory in her hands here, but Sniper Wolf needs to put the win. She has to take this woman out. They've been a team for now the last 2 nights, but they have to fight each other. This is the last night. The winner of International YouTube Hunger Games for the 3rd final qualifier is the winner. And I guess Natalie didn't have enough energy to make it. It seems like Natalie used up all her energy, or maybe something happened to her. Not enough fluids or something, but it seemed like her body gave out, ladies and gentlemen. And Sniper Wolf will make it to the finals. We don't know what happened to Natalie Decker. It sounded like her and fighting with Beatrice got the better of them. It sounds like they both got themselves through a horrible battle against each other, and one finished each other off, but I guess her body gave out. Sniper Wolf is the winner, and Gabrielle will make it to the final. Look at the opening here. Amazing, just surprising, coming out from behind from these starts. The first competitors went out. Really shocking. We did not expect the defeats here. And look at Gabrielle. Gabrielle came out with this against Clarissa Shields. Worked out together. She decided to end Pokimane for the heck of it and take out Undisputed. She takes out 2 legends of boxers. Takes out Pokimane, great YouTuber, considering, and overpowers Crazy Russian Hacker. Even though Natalie Decker took care of her at the end, didn't matter because she already makes it to the finals. And Decker decapitated out Beatrice. It sounded like they fought each other so much and got blood all over themselves, and the dehydration got the better of Natalie after this entire battle that she couldn't survive the night, giving Sniper Wolf the win. 15 points total, ladies and gentlemen. Sniper Wolf will be the winner. Gabrielle finished 4th, but with 4 points, even though Natalie finished 2nd. But like I said before, she only scored 2 points in competition in this round. And even, I think she also scored 2 points even after. So she got a total of 4 points in this competition. Not good enough for Gabrielle getting 4 points here, even after she scored 3 points coming into this competition, scoring it a full total of 7 points against. There's nothing much I can say about that. She battled her way at the end. Sniper Wolf, she had a hard-fought battle, but That doesn't mean it's over, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy way to end a qualification. So technically, Sniper Wolf will be in District 12 at the number 23rd spot, and Gabrielle will be number 24 in the final spot. The final round of the International Hunger Games Champion is coming to you guys on the 14th of Friday, a couple days before the end of Groundhog's Day. So with that being said, the Fox Wolf is here, and we'll see you tomorrow in the final.